Well, hello on YouTube. I'm back with another update here. I am now on the north-south trail. This trail covers the entire state of Rhode Island, north to south, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mass line. I will be walking a portion of that trail today. And this is where the trail crosses Rhode Island Highway 165. And I will be hiking northbound from here. I have already covered probably at least 5 miles to get here. So I am going to be walking northbound toward the Mass line. Probably going to cover at least several miles of it before heading back. It's going to be a lengthy walk to get back off to where I'm parked off the trail. There is no transportation available here. So I'm going to try to get at least a few miles of this trail in today. This trail is marked with blue blazes. Again, as I said yesterday, this trail is 78 miles long in Rhode Island. It continues into Massachusetts as the Mid-State Trail, northward to the New Hampshire line. There are bicycles that are allowed on this trail. And horses as well. I saw a few horses out here yesterday. And this is the Arcadia Management Area, they call it. So it is kind of overcast today. It's not as warm as it was yesterday, or mild. Probably about low 50s. But there is no rain threatening, so it's a good day for being out. Oh, hi. Sorry. Oh, it's alright. I was just recording a video of the trail. Sorry, I interrupted. No, that's alright. Yeah, so as you can see, there are people out here. Quite a few out yesterday, not as many today. First person I actually ran into. So what I'm going to talk about today is, again, this lockdown situation. I was reflecting earlier this morning about how the world is seemingly sunk into a totalitarian, however you pronounce the word, totalitarianism of being in lockdown over a virus that seemingly is not as bad as it should be to warrant all of this. And we keep hearing different angles of it, some saying that they're faking this whole virus, others saying that it really is a serious situation that does indeed warrant a lockdown. According to my cousin who works in the healthcare as a nurse, she posted this morning that 6 of her colleagues have died from the virus, which is pretty terrible. And I believe my cousin. I don't think she's making it up. And she's in New Jersey, where there is a lot of activity going on with the virus. I give a close-up of the trail marker. North-South Trail, the state of Rhode Island. So according to my cousin, this is a genuinely serious situation. This virus is real. She has witnessed it firsthand. She works as a nurse. I don't think she'd be making up the seriousness of the situation. We don't really know which side is lying or which side is telling the truth. But the post from my cousin gives a clue that there probably was a good reason for this lockdown. We're not being told all the facts about this disease. Here the trail comes out onto a nice dirt road. If 6 of my cousin's colleagues have died from the virus, died from it, not just got it, but died. Sounds pretty serious to me. And she is a conservative person. My sister as well is very conservative politically, and she is locked down. As my mother. But I was thinking on a deeper multi-dimensional level this morning as to what is happening here. A nice little pond. The collective appears to want totalitarianism. The collective is moving away from freedom, moving toward control, being even more controlled. You see, we manifest what we ultimately desire. People are moving away from freedom and desire to be controlled. Even more, apparently, that something like this has come up. However, what of those who are moving toward freedom and less, that are kind of caught up in this all? Well, you look at me, I have been very little impacted by this whole thing, personally. For one, I have not really gotten the virus. I had very mild symptoms, almost non-detectable symptoms. And this is the Ion Trail. Branches off this. And this road is open to vehicles. So I'm thinking on a deeper scale of things. What is really going on? As a collective, people are moving away from freedom and towards total control. Obviously, if this is manifesting in the world, what is going to be the outcome for people who do desire true freedom, that are kind of still in this world amongst all of this, kind of caught up in it all in some ways, but yet this has barely touched me individually so far. What is going to happen is, to people like me, ultimately, well, I have read and others who are in similar situation, I've read that it may come to the point where there will actually be a reality split, dimensional split, where it will get to the point where we just simply cannot exist in this. We will be so out of vibration with the collective, heading in the opposite direction, that eventually we'll be, in some unexplainable way, end up in a different dimension, that we will not have to suffer the outcome of this earth. We will be ushered off somehow into another dimension somehow. And so, I know it sounds crazy, but I have read that that is how it might end up. So I've got some people ahead of me. I'm going to end this video.